All right. So, looks like we are back once again. We will see here in a moment. New setup and haven't been on a while, so let's hope that everything is up and working properly. But it looks like it is. So, hopefully all is well. I don't know if you can tell, but we got the kitty here with me already. We are in the studio, the old Razor Wine studio, up and running. Lots to catch up on. Stock AK. Not the usual setup. Not the usual setup, indeed. A little different, but that's okay. This is the new studio I have. I have another room that's supposed to be the streaming room, weed room, what have you, with all the posters and cool shit that I had up. But it is filled with weed, so I don't have much room in there. So, and I just want to catch up. So, all right, Fast Reflex. Hey, good to see you back. Hopefully, life's moved out since last time. It is something, ups and downs, you know. Um, but got cat hair all over my face. Oh, the kitty's gone. Where's that kitty going? Got the other kitty here, so we got the cats with us. Yeah, it's doing okay. I'm hanging in there, staying busy, staying active. That's what matters, I guess. But hopefully everyone out there is doing well as well. Um, but yeah, Devin Goal, hey bro, it's been a while. Yes, it's been a minute and a half. I've been really busy. I was busy today and yesterday and whatever, but I'm sure I'll be busy tomorrow. But I figured I haven't done a stream in a while, and streaming was one of the big things I wanted to do. Um, but I've been busy. One of the main things, obviously, with the band, but we did a music video. It's up on the YouTubes right now. We're actually going to be doing a live viewing tonight. If I got the shit working right, we're going to have me up in the top right corner, and I guess that one. But I'll be watching with you when we got some people on. I'll go ahead and we'll watch the music video. That'll be dope. But until then, I have some fresh pressed rosin that I just squished out today. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but let's go ahead and try and get you a little peekers. Oh, peaky blinder. But yeah, we got some good stuff there. Let's see here. Take this little cakey. I've been getting some really cakey, waxy looking stuff. I knew that was gonna happen, but try to get you a view of it. It's very pretty, very blonde. My own stuff I've been pressing has gone very well. I don't get that much quantity, but my quality is rocking. So, without further ado, let's take a nice fat old dab. Devin, everybody, thank you so much. I got cat hair on my face and in my eye. Mix that with the hash on my fingers, and we're back in order. Cheers, everybody. Oh, and that is some tasty stuff. Still got the old rig, the old e-nail on there. I haven't bought any glass in a long time, but that's okay. Oh. Been doing the show. Doing this show is what kept me buying new gadgets a lot. But now I recently have been growing a lot more, and that has helped me out with being able to do new stuff for the show. So here soon, I have a bunch of different cooking stuff really soon. Squishing rosin, making hash. A lot of updates on that. I've just been busy, and unfortunately have actually been going through some crap in my own life. just everything's expensive, and unfortunately, my grandma passed, and anyone who knows me, oh, there's a kitty there, I'm kidding. But anyone who knows me knows that I really, really cared about my grandma and would spend all my time with her. And it's been a hard year or two without her, and now she's passed, and it's just more bullshit kind of dealing with. So, but trying to stay positive, stay busy. Like I said, mostly with the band, trying to keep active with that. But things have been good. Not too bad, anyway. MM Maker. Yo, indeed, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, whoa. I believe we are smoking on some cowboy cookies, is the name of it. Some fresh pressed stuff I just squished today. Nick, missed you, bro, for real. Thank you. I much appreciate it. And Devin, he says, sorry to hear that. I'm guessing about my grandma and stuff. Yes, it sucks really bad, but like most things in life, you end up usually kind of missing. You lose people more than once. You lose them once in life and once in death, and sometimes even more. But oh shit, Nick is off the old school grape ape that he grew this summer. Yeah, it's been all homegrown for me for the last at least 6 months to a year. I've been really working on the grows. Right now, I am not growing as much. I had quite a bit up and running. Me mom helped me actually. Today, I just dropped off a bunch of plants at my friend's mom's house. She has this amazing garden in the back. When he used to live there, he helped build it too, and it's it's dug in, so it goes down at least a couple feet, and then it's caged off, and it's got like a I don't know that it lets some light in, but not all of it. So it's not like a tarp, but it's like a clothed off, and it's so you can't see it too well from the road because they have a pretty big house right next to a trail. But she puts it's so filled with all these awesome plants anyway, and then she puts some pot plants in there. I just dropped off a few to her. Nick says she knew how to do it ever since the 70s. She knows a thing or two about growing bud. Uh, I Before it was legal, everyone always said if you can grow tomatoes, you can grow wheat. Do them similar. They take the same light, the same nutrients, the same ideas can transfer. So back in the day, I used to go to hydro shops and be like, "Hey, looking for stuff for some bigger tomatoes." Well, now, cheers, Venom. Just rolled up some White Walker. White Walker. Well, I have this big old joint right here to join with you. I am going to hope we can get at least 10 people in this bitch, and we will watch the new music video I just shot. I hope you all can hear me. I imagine you would have said something if you can't. I'm hoping the audio turns out when we watch the music video together. I don't think I will hear it, but that's probably a good thing. Otherwise, you'll get this weird feedback loop of sound, which we don't want. But yes, Nick, that new setup is insane. The studio is great. I love the studio. I finally have uh, the ability to do anything I want in this room, as far as media production and stuff. Which this new music video we can watch. I did all the music in this room, shot it in this room, filmed it, I should say, and then edited the whole thing on this computer. So it's really been beneficial to me to have all this stuff, and this room's really cool. I'm super stoked on it. I wanted to be doing more, get people in here, you know what I mean, and have them recording and collaborating and stuff like that, recording local artists. But it's not like it was even 10 years ago, which 10 years is a long time. But 10 years ago, if you had a home studio, you wouldn't have to try very hard to get anybody. And nowadays, everybody can kind of do that from home. So, But this place is a lot cooler and funner than most people's home studio, so that sells itself a little bit. Also, I've been waiting for something to show everybody, like, hey, here's what can be done, and now I have that with again this music video, because the audio can be like, hey, here's the audio that's capable in this house. Um, but yeah, I'm super stoked on it. I wish I could spend more time here. And I'm currently growing a bunch of pot, but I'm not growing it here. So that's another thing that kind of makes growing a little bit harder, just because there's a lot more transportation involved. But it is what it is. All right, so let's see here. Like I said, hopefully, if we can get 10 people in here, if we can get 10 people, that's not asking too much. We will, there we go. We'll try and get that music video up and running. So, till then, here is a blunt. This is probably mostly GMO. I grew a bunch of that GMO. It's very pretty. It's very good looking. I don't know. Oh, here's one of the jarry jars. I don't know if you can really see just how pretty she is. But yeah, she's good. So, got a couple of these gals here. Very, very pretty weed, but I don't think I'm gonna be growing it again because it takes like a month longer than all the other weed. And then I got a bunch of sticky stuff on there. Drops of I was taking some dabs earlier and had some reclaim, and then splatterd some stuff that I was squashing. So, and then I got this cool lighter that I could not figure out to save my fucking life that my sister got me, which is really weird. It's electric, so it's got the little coil on there. The only way to light it is to blow into it. So, little trippy. All right. Nick says, my cousin went out to Colorado recently and sorry, I'm about to sneeze. It's a coming. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. Nick says, my cousin went out to Colorado recently, just drove my uncle's BMW M8, got to hit the curving mountain roads in his own in a 620 horsepower car while smoking some local bud. Looking forward to the same thing, says Nick. Yeah, there are definitely some curvy roads that have definitely driven in quite fast, or had people driving quite fast. I've never had enough money to get a nice fast car, and plus, every time I want to get a fast car, I'm like, fuck, man, all I do in Colorado, it's nothing but traffic. Nothing but traffic, unless you're in the mountains, and even then. I'll send a clip on IG. Dude, please do. If anybody ever wants to, um, 420, bam, whatever. My Instagram, same name as my YouTube handle, Venom420. If you want to send me some stuff, I usually like puppies, pot. Yeah, keep it cute. Keep it things I can share somewhat. All right, hey, we just got 10 viewers. So we are at 10. Oh, wait, yeah, 8, and it's going up and down. Billy Bong. Howdy ho, says the old Billy Bong. Cheers, my friend. Let's light this joint up. The funky blow lighter. All right, Billy Bong says, Heidi ho, and where have you been? On tour or something? So, actually, I was on tour for a little bit. Where did we do? We did we did Arizona and New Mexico, Colorado, obviously. So we usually do a starting show in Colorado or ending show because we're right here. But we did the Arizona Death Fest, and we just did a little show in Farmington, New Mexico, the middle of fucking nowhere. That was fun. We have another tour planned for September. Go a little bit more east into South Dakota, hopefully Nebraska and Kansas, possibly Wyoming, that type of area. But no, there's been a lot of shit going on, just staying really busy, which is good and bad. Mostly what I've been doing, though, is band related. Excuse me. Just shooting videos. We have a new drummer and getting caught up with that, learning covers, that type of stuff. At least one. See, I killed too much time and we're back down. I was going to say, if we can get like 10 people in here, I would be happy to start up that music video. But I guess we already got 10, so it's not like the end of the world if I just started anyway. Plus, I haven't been on streaming in a while, so I can't expect anybody expecting to see me tonight. But yeah, so recently we shot a music video, which I ended up just doing because we had the money for it. Music video, says Nick. I think it's about time anyway. So we are going to just bust out the music video. I don't know if any... We had 10 people at one point. I'll count that. Also, I got to make sure this thing's going to work. So let's start with putting me way up here. There we go. Yeah, that's working so far. Now, it's all about the audio. So, let's bust this bitch out. If the audio does not come out at some point, I might need you guys to tell me, and I'll just stop it, restart it, and figure out what's going on. It's kind of technically, it's a technical bitch sometimes to get all these things running. So I want to make sure it is, and if it's not, might take me a second. This electric lighter, making it a bitch to fix this run. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and watch the music video. We'll do it at least once. I'll stream for a long time, and if at any point in time we get a bunch more, I might stream it again. So, but also please go to the video itself, especially if you enjoy watching it on here. Give it a watch, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and all that good stuff. Share anything you can. It's almost at 1,000 views. It's been out a couple weeks, but it means a lot to the guys too. You know, like obviously it means a lot to me, but it means a shitload to the band. Without any further ado, everybody, here we go. All right.
You fucked up. From the throne.
kind of like a little Frydaze section, showing all the people. Hopefully that. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you're able to find it. Alright. Fast Reflex. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, much appreciated. I'm glad the audio actually came out decent on the stream mostly. But yeah, that was all done in-house too. So, there's the Razor Wine logo itself. So, yeah, not too down. Nick, thank you very much. For what I had to work with, I am extremely happy with the video. Let's get this popped out. We'll stop that. We could always get that another time. All right, cool. Bam, bam, and there we are. So, yeah. Knock, thank you. Like I said, even if you just go to that video link and give it a thumbs up and like a comment or something, it really does mean a lot, and it helps the old algorithm do its thing and try to send it to more people. So let me get a lighter. I need to fix this real quick. Oh, you see the kitty back here? You see that kitty playing piano? There we go. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. Nick, I feel like playing brutal. I feel like playing brutal Doom all of a sudden. Hell yeah. I don't know why. But the video was really cool. We did it in this room, pretty much the entire thing, from recording the guys, recording the video, editing the video. I think the only thing we did outside of this room was drums, recording the drums, because we did a live drum set. So we did that in the Condemned to Burn studio, the old burn ward, as we call it, which turned out great. I think everything turned out really well. I think it sounded good. Video turned out good. Very happy with it. Our budget was, I think we had to rebuy a fog machine, which ended up being like 50, 60 bucks. I had all the stuff already, so fortunately, I mean, the equipment cost a lot, but we didn't have to buy any for the video. So really, we did it with a surprisingly low budget. That being said, we haven't put any money into promotion or anything like that, just because I've been a little bit too broke. Yeah, what you meowing about? She's just meowing. But it'd be nice. I might think about investing a little bit more money into advertisement, but it is what it is. We're also thinking. I'm already thinking about the next music video, just something cheap again, something easy. It'd be great to have a big budget, but I feel like we have to take it one step at a time with that. And you have to base it on how big our movement is on each video. If it gets a lot of traction, we'll do a bigger video. If it doesn't, it's kind of hard to convince the guys to keep doing them or whatever. I'm sure it would be harder. But the next video, I want to go camping here in a few weeks. Our drummer is in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, visiting family. That's where he's from. So he's out of town. That's why I have some time finally. Even though we're still going to do practice tomorrow. So, Nick, that sounded like something that would be good that would be in the soundtrack to the next Doom game. Which that next Doom game looks amazing. For a Doom game, don't they go? I forgot what I saw, but I know I saw the trailer to it. It looked pretty cool. Which I think Doom's a cool game. Like the concept's really good. Personally, when it comes to shooter games, I think there's not enough of them focus on the goriness of it, which is probably a good thing. But I can't remember. I think it was Killzone or Red Faction. I can't remember which one I liked more, but those were two games I think both were pretty gory or whatever, and Doom, but there's aliens, so they got away with a lot of gore too. They're neat. They're neat. Spoiler alert: Doom guy killed God, which was the main antagonist. That's kind of cool. uh, Again, Doom's pretty cool. Was it Red Faction? I think Red Faction was the name of the one. Both those games were great, though. I think Killzone was one too. I think it was Red Faction. I don't know. Those were good games. Those were some good games. But they were gritty, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Like there was blood and like, especially for the time, the graphics weren't amazing, but they had that feel. And sometimes, so the one shooting game I would play recently was Battlefront Star Wars, and I feel like there's a lot of lasers, no gore. You know what I mean? Even when you're swinging lightsabers, nobody's getting split in half and shit. Um, it's it's easy not to think about what you're doing, which is just simulating a war and shooting people. But it is fun. Unfortunately, I hate that that is such a fun concept on video games, but it is. So, but video games are a good place to do things where you don't necessarily use the resources or feel so regrettable, about doing them in real life because you got to simulate outlet for them. There's a lot of fighting games where it's like, yeah, you can't always go fucking brutally fighting people. You can't always. I always thought that with racing games and shit like that too. I'm like, God, man, it's so expensive that car, so expensive that gas, so expensive that race. I'm like, it's very nice to be able to literally burn rubber and burn money without actually spending quite all that money. Next, I love Doom, Strife, Hexen, Heretic, Haxix, Battlefront, and Stalker. Uh, I know two of those. Is how out of the loop I am apparently on that shit. Um, I would like to play some more games. I really do. There's a lot of video games, but Forza, yeah, there you go. And then Assetto Corsa, Assesto. I don't know what that one is. But which I like Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo was the one racing game I used to play a lot. And besides like Need for Speed, what's the one I liked out? Or I liked a lot. It was is it Burnout? I think it was Burnout, where you just drive fucked up and like driving on the opposite side of the road and shit is the point, and you get like speed bonuses. I'm like, that one was actually really fun too. Some fun games. I do enjoy video games. I haven't even picked up a guitar in a long time. Uh, it's just been what it is. But I'm trying to get back into it. And one of the things I wanted to do too is maybe do more video games. So some of the ideas I had for this show was a couple of things. Because sometimes it was I don't know, how much can I say over and over again? You run out of topics. But I was either going to start maybe making more of a list of current things I was watching, current things I was doing, current opinions I had, grows, yada yada, and talking about that more. Another thing was a questionnaire type thing where ask Venom type thing, and I can just go off on a tangent on those type of things. But another one is to just play games because I can pretty much do what I'm doing now and just be playing a game, and that kind of fills in that void a little bit too. Not that there isn't a trillion people playing video games, but not a lot of them are me, blazing. Nick says Stalker is a sci-fi post-apocalyptic apocalypse game where there was a second Chernobyl explosion, expanding the exclusion zone to a chunk of Europe, more than Ukraine and Belarus in the real world. That's kind of trippy. Uh, yeah, I haven't actually heard that one, but that's cool. I like the horror themed kind of stuff, which I imagine that has. But yeah, that's cool. I now, which is funny because I never used to play games on the computer, but now that I have a nice computer and I have Steam, Steam is probably the easiest way to just have all my games and not have them physically anywhere. And again, I don't really have a console. We have an Xbox One, and I've never played it. It's never been hooked up in the front room, and I don't have any games. And I don't know. Eventually, so I would like playing more games on here, and I have like shit. I guess I could even look real quick. Uh, and 2, 3, 4. I think I have 4 or 5 games right now just lined up for doing on the show. You know, not huge games, shit like that, but it's much more, like smaller game. Anyway, got stoned there and lost my train of thought because I was reading Lonox's next comment. Lonox says, my computer is a dinosaur. It's running a GTX 1080, which I am so computer illiterate. I don't know if that's good or bad or what it is. I know that, so I got this computer from my girlfriend's brother, who's a big gamer, and upgraded his, and he's got decent, and not only does he have decent money, but he loves gaming, and that's his thing. So I'm sure he has some amazing setup. But I'm using his old one, and Lonok gets old. I figured. Uh, but when he gave it to me, he's like, imagine you're getting like a 2000, I don't know, like 10. This was like in 2019 or something. So maybe like a 2010 or 2011, like Mustang. He's like, nice, but old and not, you know what I mean? Not current or up to date, but it's sweet. Regardless, it does it dope. It does the job. Nick, yeah, these things are like rifts in time and space, mutants that have paranormal powers. Oh, there's in the game that have paranormal powers, and the bandits come to rob and find the zones, treasures which are priceless to the lords in the games and the ruling class. I'm guessing it's a sandbox, which almost all decent games now are in some way, or at least not too structured. And if they are, it's got to be fucking epic, which you can do if you guide it right. 1080s are still surprisingly good, Nick says, which again. All right, Nick Shep Music. Can you react to Red Letter by Arch Echo? Is that a song you're asking? If so, probably, maybe. I don't know if it'll work on here currently. But yeah, see, and I would love to do more. Where are you? From in the litter box. In the bathroom, though. I guess she probably wouldn't like that she's being aired on TV in the litter box. Just keep it private. How you gonna do that? But Tyler, if that is what you're asking, then yes, I possibly could do reviews of music and any other thing on here, which is something I'd be more than happy to do. A lot of the stuff is weird because of um, copyrights and shit like that. So I got to be weird on what even every video game I do ends up. But you know what? A lot of those people who complain about that, they get taken down or whatever, they just get demonetized. And I don't charge any money for it. And I've never made one dime off of YouTube ever. So it's not hard for me to worry about shit like that. All right, Nick, it's a sandbox game, and there's also a survival horror, which again is kind of where everything is kind of pushing towards, and I don't hate that. So it's kind of funny how the things that have kind of guided games into that, but it's still cool. Nick, a lot of context to Ukraine's early 90s and 2000s history, which I can imagine if it's literally about a second Chernobyl, which is cool though. I have a lot of horror games too. So I was playing that one horror game, which is a Cthulhu game, but it was giving me mad headaches. Playing the video game, uh, which sucks. That's been happening a little bit. All right. Nick, would be awesome to watch you play it. It's a great play, which I might. There's quite a few. I want to start with some shorter games to just pump through them. And there's the weed dealer game because I'm like, oh well, that just fits this show. But yeah, I gotta worry. I gotta think about how to get less. fucking headaches. There's some different techniques and ways I've been looking at. All right, Billy Bong. Hey, Rumble, don't screw with. Hey, Rumble, don't screw with you like YouTube does. You get 100% of the ad revenue. Play whatever you want. That's cool. I haven't heard of Rumble, so that is probably stuff I should always be looking at as new stuff to stream on. Tyler says it's a song. Yes, I can definitely do that. Except, just out of curiosity, is it a song that you made or someone you know made? Just so I can have some context of, hey, I had the permission. No, I'm just joking. Not that I care. Again, I might get a content warning, which I have a ton of, which actually really does hurt this channel for getting promoted to new people. But what the fuck ever. Again, so does cussing, so does smoking weed, so does everything I do. It's a band I like. Okay, so again, I could probably do that. I would have to set up something on here if you wanted me to play it and listen to it with you and get my reaction live. But it's not impossible. Yeah. Nick says weed dealer next, please. In the game, not in real life. I think you like it unless you like Unforgiving Games, which I do. Which I do like that. Nick, Weed Dealer, yeah. I think that's the name of the one I got. Drug Dealer Simulator I have, but I thought I had a weed one too. I could have swore I think I got the Drug Dealer Simulator one as well because that one just looked ridiculously funny and stupid. Like it's a comedy, you know what I mean? All right, but Tyler Shep Music, a band I like. Let me see here. Red Letter by Arch Echo. Trying to see if I can, what way I can do that. Might be better if I'm listening to it in the background, but it's gonna flag me no matter what. Let's see it anyway. And make sure. Arc Echo Red Letter. There we go. So, decently popular band, got a few million listens. Mm. Their most popular places people listen to, it seems like, is Chicago and Denver. That's kind of cool. Being from Denver, not Chicago. Chicago, fuck off. I don't know Chicago. Right. So now, I don't know how playing music on here will work, but I might try it here in a second. Human Being asks, do you think your rosin press was worth it? So I would love to do an update on that because yes, I do think it was worth it, but I know more about it now. So I don't know if you saw the rosin I was getting. The rosin I'm pressing right now is awesome. It's beautiful. It's like really good stuff. I'm very happy with the results I'm getting. A lot of that is from knowing when to press it and all that. But for the most part, I would say yes, I think the rosin press was worth it, especially because I got it used and it turned out it was working fine. But I had to learn a couple things, mostly on my rosin press. At the bottom of the hydraulic press itself is a little turning knob, where you turn it to tighten it, and then you can jack it up. You loosen it up, and it comes down. That being said, you really have to crank it tight, which I was not doing. So if you don't do that, you're constantly like pulling down, and you can feel it like not. You lose pressure. It's you're pulling down. It's just you can feel it. Almost feel it escaping out. Like you can tell it's not working. The hole that they gave you to tighten it, you almost can't tighten it tight enough with that. There's no leverage to grab it. So if you get a pair of pliers like I do, you can crank it and really get it tighten it, and then 3 tons of pressure is just perfect. And the size of the plates is just big enough. Like I did end up working it just right to make it very useful. I just had it tonight, and I just press them, and it's really good stuff. That being said, I think it was like quite a bit more. So also, so it's like a car jack almost, where you got crank it and car jacket like that jacket. But that can get pretty stressful on your arms and on your hand. And sometimes I'll have my girlfriend holding the fucking like thing. So when I'm jacking it with both hands, when I'm pumping the hydraulic thing with both hands, uh, she's like making sure I'm not just like knocking over the whole machine because I mean you're pulling it down a lot. So it's really cool. And fortunately, I was able to take it over to my friend's house who has like a $1,500 one. So that's $1,200 more than I paid. And I was able to really check why his is better. And there's a few things. One is the heat on the plates are more accurate to what the reading is that you set them for. But that being said, I can just take a heat gun or a thermometer gun like this one, and adjust accordingly. So if it's running too hot, I can tear it down. I trust this more than I trust what the setting is on the rosin press. Is all I'm saying. Uh, Nick says I have one of those THC cooking oil butter makers, which I do too. I have an Infusium, which good and bad. I've gone through over 3 of them, so that's interesting. Or they keep on fucking malfunctioning, but whatever. Won it in a raffle at my local dispensary. They're dope. The infuser, yep, they're dope. I love it when it works. When it works, it is amazing. But I've had like fucking yeah. Nick says that's what I meant. They're dope when they work, and I've made a shit ton of butter with them. But I've also had more than 3 of them. But I will say the Infusium 420 has replaced them every time without any complaints. All right. But what was I just gonna say? Oh yeah, the press. A couple more things about the press, and then Tyler says Arc Echo is a prog metal, which is a good start. I'll listen to that. We'll give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? So, oh yeah, the press. The nice thing about his is he has a bigger plate, so you can put more material in. He does double what I do per press, and then with that much material in there, you'll need more than the 3 tons that I'm pressing with. So, cheers. This White Walker reminds me of White Widow, which I would hope. I remember the first time I saw White Widow, it was like white, with crystals. So I'm like, geez. Very old school strain that I still like. And I like spiders. So, good name. I'm still puffing this big ass fucking joint. Jesus. Uh, so that's cool about his rosin press. Also, his rosin press has a hydraulic press, big one on the side, so he can just like sit here with no pressure at all and press these 2 bags, which I imagine. So I have a 3-ton press, and it's perfect for doing 10 to 14 grams easy of flour. And but I feel like he does 20 to fucking whatever 20 wait yeah 20 to 28 or whatever, double what I do. Sorry, I'm getting stoned, and it's been a long day. But yes, he does like 28 grams at a time, so he can double and press twice. I would imagine you need at least 4 or 5 tons, just a little bit more than what I'm doing, because mine just maxes out perfect, I would say, for what I'm doing. So in that sense, it's also pretty well made. Customer service had a little bit to be desired, but whatever. Nick, speaking of spiders, I found this weird one that has this pyramid-shaped one. Wait, I found this weird one that has a pyramid-shaped one that has thorns on each end. They live at my cabin. That's kind of trippy. Spiders are cool. Granted, you know, sometimes they'll freak you out if they jump on your fucking face. But all right, so that we're done with that. Let's give a quick listen to the song and see if it even turns out. Might be a little loud too, so I'm gonna start it with some volume at like halfway. All right, see if I can hear it too, because yeah, that might be half. I'm trying to think of a way where I will hear it and you. It'll be weird if I listen to it because you'll be hearing it double out, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. All right. Better not be a 10-minute song. Let's see what we got. Can I hear anything? I can hear, I can see that's playing for you. I cannot hear it. Oh, I know what I can do. I cannot hear it. Oh, I know what I can do. Okay. So that sounds like is it all instrumental, I'm guessing? Good. It's a little upbeat. I like that though. It's almost like a Steve Vai or a Satriani. I just saw them, so I guess that's in my head a little. Yeah, no, it's cool. Crazy shredder. I'm guessing that's like at least a 7-string. Can't be in a prog band with 6 strings. Tuned to E. Let's see here. Nick says, they look neat. I hear it. Love the style. Need to listen to this while cutting up in traffic. It's really good. These are the type of guys that make me not want to do instrumental guitar music. Dangerous waters. Guys like this come just. Really good. Nick, this could be in a movie or game. Which I think is always a good thing with music when it gets your brain moving like that. I'm listening to it on my phone, so maybe not the best place to hear the bass. I'm imagining there's some crazy bass player on there, though. Good production stuff. I like stuff like that. That might be it. Are we on the next song? We are. All right. So, oh, I thought they were really good. I will save that song for later. That one was really good. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Link to the Song. I don't know if, what is it? I had to just look at Tyler Shep Music's comment, which it's already lost in there. Can I do links to the songs? I don't know if I can do links. Nick, you're asking a lot from me, and I'm an idiot. No, I'm just joking. But what is the name again? Arc, ARCH, Echo, and the song is called Red Letter, and that was a good song. It was, like I said, yeah, Lonok, good song. Uh, Very cool. Some of those songs, though, there's a lot of bands where I'm like, man, that's why you know, it's very guitar centric, where it's like, man, that guy's just a shredder. That's why I say it kind of reminds me of almost that Steve Vai-ish feel, which is, a gigantic compliment. Uh, I listened to I'll find it eventually. Sorry, Nick. What is it? I can write the name. Hey, red. Was it Red Letter? That's all I got. But they're good. They're good. Super high production, quite popular. I don't know when. Yeah, that album's only been out for a year, so that's cool. Not a huge album, 9 songs, but when you're doing songs like that, it gets pretty crazy. I like also the longest one I'm seeing is only like 5.5 minutes. It's just sometimes that type of music is very, very long, and nothing wrong with that. It's just sometimes, yeah, yeah. So, but I like that it turned out that way. Nick playing Stalker, clear shy. That game you're at saying went well with the gameplay. Yes, that's cool. Uh, do you have like multiple screens? I'm guessing, Nick, making you able to just kind of look over easily or listen to me probably if nothing else. But yeah, that game was dope. Clear sky, excuse me. Clear, clear shy. Um, yes, yeah, 3 monitors. That's the way to go. I want one more, but it's not that important. It's just sometimes when I was, hopefully, I'll be doing more of those music videos. I enjoyed it a lot, but there were times where I'd be kind of fried here, and I'm like, okay, I just need something in the background, like a movie or TV in here, because it's just something to change your mind. I have another monitor right over there. You can kind of see it. All right, yeah, but it's way over there. So, wow. I just noticed how much of a delay there is in the streaming. I'm still listening to the song as I'm saying this now. So, if that you guys are like a minute behind me, but interesting, interesting. It feels like. Uh, huh. Crazy. I don't know. However things go. All right, live chat. There we go. But yeah, hopefully things are getting a little bit more back to normal. At the same time, it's been a very weird few weeks. Unfortunate. Life can be a bitch. That's all it is. I'm trying to move with it, not against it. But yeah, it can be a fucking pain in the ass. All right, so let's do a dab ski. And then I got a few more chat skis to bring up, and then we'll call it a night. Hopefully, we can start doing this more often. Um, July, I've been a little bit dead on work and on now growing my grow room. I had a grow room up and I had quite a few plants going, but it's so fucking hot. It was 100 degrees today here in Denver, and it's too hot for me to grow. So I've been thinking about ways to compromise and maybe turn down my lights lower, which that's not the worst idea. I've been thinking about getting another nice air conditioner, which would be great, but I have no money. A couple friends of mine have some air conditioners, so I'm trying to see if theirs will work in my situation because it's different the way I have that room set up. So right now, the window ones is the best ones. But anyway, I'm kind of taking a little break from growing again, not too long. And I'm always growing something. When I say take a break from growing, I mean like more than a couple plants. I always got a couple plants going. But Billy Bong still growing shrooms. Is that a question or is that a? Yeah, that's a question. Sorry, it's got a little heart right where the thing is. Well, knock. I've just been smoking weed. Hey, there's nothing wrong with smoking weed or just weed or whatever. Um, I grow stuff and couldn't sell or don't sell any of it just because there's not really a demand for it because it's pretty oversaturated here. I'd have to sell it for like $60 an ounce and to be on par with the prices that people I know are paying with ounces. So it just gets weird. Billy Bong, can't talk. Are we still growing? Still growing the shrooms? Asking me. I am not currently, but I would love to get growing shrooms again. I have everything up and ready. It's just more of a time thing. But financially, if you want to call that, it's much more uh, lucrative if you're interested in that sort of thing. Um, like again, pot's very oversaturated. Nick had a mixed drink and pen the Benjamin because I'm celebrating seeing Venom again. Well, I am celebrating seeing all of you guys again. I really appreciate it. It's really weird though noticing just how laggy the time is. I feel like no, it's just when I'm watching it on here because when I'm watching it on my phone to double check it seems much better. Okay, interesting. I almost shouldn't even look at that because it's disorientating. But here's a dab. Let's do one of those. Again, I wish you could see just how pretty. Sometimes you gotta cover my face up. And we'll unfocus and focus. That's a little better, huh? Not much. But anyway, this has been turning out very well, just with some flowers pressed with a 90 micron bag, the cheapest bag, the cheapest everything. But it's all about the flour you put in, and one of the biggest things is how fresh it is. I think there's like a 5 to 8 day window ish just before you're supposed to smoke it. You know what I mean? It's still just a little wet to smoke. Um, is the perfect time to press the rosin, I've noticed. It really makes it very light colored. Uh, I've had a really good return. So that's the other thing. I was very concerned that a 3-ton press for $300 hand cranked would not give me the same return as a $1,500 hydraulic press with fucking whatever, just expensive and nicer. But the return has actually been very comparable, very very close. Cheers, everybody. I got 18% return on one of my presses. One of the only ones I actually paid attention. Oh, it's hard to see the. There we go. All right, Nick, I'm gonna go back. I've been missing some stuff. There's only about 15-second delay between my comment and you saying it, so that's good. What I notice is the video on YouTube is very delayed, but when I watch it any other way, it's looking good. So that's good to know. I'd say yeah, 60 seconds or something, or less than a minute. But anyway, regardless. Nick, you only have about 15 seconds. Like Billy Bong, yeah, wheat is saturated here in Michigan too. Ounces are going for 30 to 60, which is what it about. It's about what's happening here too. I know Ohio just legalized it. I was gonna go out there for a festival, and I was hoping to possibly see what the case is for making that. Anyway, it's not worth it. Nick, that's some killer wax. That's some wicked wax. It is. It's very waxy. I didn't whip the stuff. Otherwise, it might have a little bit more of like a peanut buttery, I guess, almost. It's looking great, and for the fact that I'm not double bagging it, and I have some hash rosin to press. I should be videotaping all these because it's looking great. But yeah, it turns out it's just more on what you put in it and how fresh it is. It's been the big things. Oh, dude, why are you so smart about weed? Also, ears, Che. Cheers, Billy Bong. Uh, what you call it? Uh, Finding good people to listen to and what to listen to, I guess. I guess the key of all weed for me has been kind of the combination: grow it yourself, do your own thing. I want, have my own thing going on because I know what's in it. I don't trust dispensary weed. That $30 to $60 weed, I just don't trust it too much. But I buy it when I can't afford anything else. When I grow weed, I can have way more weed than I can afford to buy. um, but getting smart about it took me a minute, but you know, trial and error. I'm sure I'm stupid by some people. So there's different definitions. I'm very smart in the sense that I'm a heavy user too, so I know more about smoking it and yada yada than maybe a chemist does about like the compound components of it. Tyler, Thrash by Unprocessed is cool. Is it a thrash song? I'm in a thrash band. No, I'm just joking. Uh, might have to check that out as well. Uh, I didn't get any immediate, hey, I will get a, hey, you listen to music that wasn't yours on here. Because what was it? I used to play Rock Band, which I wouldn't mind playing again, even though the new Rock Band is subscription based and I want nothing to do with it. But I used to get a lot of copyrights for playing Rock Band because they do not like me playing songs like that. Nick, my plug is about to give me a $28 an ounce when I go up to Michigan. We've been friends since third grade, though. Going to Petski, Pet, Petoski. Dude, never disappointed in my experience. Yeah, I mean, I'll hook up weed a lot right now, especially because I have quite a bit. And my last batch wasn't super, so it was really good, but I had to pull a little bit of it early because things were starting to happen. I had to throw away like a fucking quarter pound of weed because bugs started getting to it because of the heat so I had some things that were going wrong. uh, Got to keep a lot more than I threw away, but I'm very picky. So if I see anything I don't like, it's just got to go. Um, right now, I've been spending every day at the grow room. I'm trying to set up my shit and get it a little bit better, but this heat's really making it hard. All my tents are doing fine. Like if I have a grow tent, it seems to do well, but turning a room into the problem is I don't have good air conditioning, and it gets hard to vent out the heat from an air conditioning and keep it dark. Just it's one problem after another, and I had to fix the electricity to get the air conditioning even to be able to be ran without blowing circuits. Investments, clothing, growing. It's just been a lot of time and effort, but I mean, it's nice having a lot of weed too. So gotta weigh it out. But it kind of sucks that I need maybe more people to around. Just me, but between me and my girlfriend, we smoke a lot. All right, so Lonok, I haven't smoked mids in a while, and Nick says the same. Now uh, it's also prog, says Tyler, the song. I believe it. I like prog. I like some prog metal. I like prog death, or tech death is more what I was gonna say. It reminds me a lot of Rings of Saturn, Infinite Annihilator, Beyond Creation, Arcspire, like those bands. Pretty much the same thing, a little bit more brutal in the sense like, and with death metal vocals usually. Um, some of them have some varied. Actually, I think all those are pretty much death metal vocals, but I liked that one, and it's a lot different than some of the stuff I listened to. It's a little bit more. That's why I think that struck more. Yes, that's like prog. It is prog metal though. That's perfect. I, I think I listened to some tech death, but they have very similar vibes in the sense that they're shredders, and I know that there's a lot of 8 strings going on in like crazy drop tunings. They just hit some similar sonic sounds that connect them, and they're both crazy talented. They're the most talented people, in my opinion, in the musical world. Are those types of people, but at the same time, yeah, there's a give and take. Billy Vaughn, do you still have any of that Mexican brick weed going around? Not necessarily, but I was gonna say I ended up getting quite a bit of my weed got seeds in it from being so hot, and that was the other problem. And I'm like, fuck. So I wanted to just wash it and turn it into that, but man, I haven't had seeds like that since back in the day. But hundreds of seeds for growing. Some of them are really good too. Tyler, I thought that was deathcore, and he says Infinite Annihilator. You think that sounds like Infinite Annihilator? LOL. Uh, and again, like I said, it's the fact that they're both super shredders. They're both on multi, 8-string guitars in low tunings, doing dual harmonic sweep picking. You know what I mean? It hits sonic things that sound very familiar. The difference is that there's a lot more major Dorian shit going on in prog metal. In my opinion, it's more they're not constantly in some like harmonic minor, and I guess Dorian kind of usually is my bridge and everything, but I don't know. There's this, and just it's all that music is very guitar centric in my opinion, where like it's revolving around a guy who can just fucking really play. So yes and no. Definitely different sonically, or not. Like I said, it just hits similar things. um and like I said, those are just bands that really push that envelope of what guitarists are capable of at the moment. They're just, you know what I mean? Again, a lot of crazy stuff going on in those genres. And deathcore, I'm not good at genre labeling. There's something, Tyler, there's something you'll laugh about in Thrash by Unprocessed. Well, depending, we might give it a listen to. The chat's going good. So. Monoc, I found Gorilla Glue seeds. You mean GG? Wow, and they always call it GG something. Uh, but yes, Gorilla Glue was pretty good. I remember it being very strong. Was what it was being marketed as when it first came out. Uh, I would. I still have two really important seeds right now. I'm in a weird place on my growing venture. Nick, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Katie by is my favorite artist right now because a wide variety of songs and samples are innovative in the genre. See, I might have to check out multiple songs. It might be turn this into a what you call it, a review thing. Might as well because I already listened to one song and they're probably not get me in as much trouble for one as they would for fucking any other for 20. So, but what was I just gonna say? But yeah, I might listen to a few more songs. I got nothing to do. Oh yeah, seeds. See, got me all dabbed out. I might have to grab some weed too and roll up. But I still, I'm kind of in a weird spot there. Okay, yeah, see, GG4, Mr. Billy Bong. I grew GG4 this year. It's already budding, 12 feet tall. That's fucking pretty awesome. I just gave my friend's mom plants this morning, uh, and they were already this big, and she's planting them outside. But I mean, if yours are outside and already 12 foot tall, that's crazy. Wait, this year, yeah, GG4 is a good strain to grow. The Gorilla Glue, I'm not sure if the four represents anything in particular, but yes, I remember smoking it a lot. It's good stuff. Right now, I have two in mind, and then a couple that I have right now that I'm gonna continue to grow. I got like nine. No, that's too many. Got like six plants from my homie, all genetics that he bought, and none of them super stuck out. Like out of all of them, like two are keepers for me, but they're good. They're damn good. Dude, my Citrix strain is. See, it's right where there's a little heart right where your thing is, and I can't read 10, 10 feet tall. Damn. Yeah, so I gave her ones today that are like 5 feet tall, and she's not planting them in the ground. But she also chops them down and tops them a lot because she can only go probably like 7 feet tall-ish. They used to grow them bigger, but she's right off the path. That's my homie's mom. She's outside, and she's older, and she's like, it's legal, it's fine. I'm like, yeah, they're yeah. Citrix is some of the most my homie, the guy whose mom I gave the plants to, he grew that stuff. The strongest citrus lemony stuff I've ever like almost like it really I love turning that stuff into rosin and into hash because sometimes hash and rosin doesn't pick up many flavors. You lose some terpenes depending on things. And if it's a very heavily terpenated, you get that myrcene terpenes going on, it really sticks to the hash. And I'm like, I like that. Flavored hash is really nice without obviously flavoring it, which, yeah. All right. Tyler, the heaviest thing I listen to is perpepory, perpepory, pepper, perpepory, per, perpepory, perpepory. I think I've had a couple of people, I think two separate drummers. I think both in my band have mentioned, former obviously, have mentioned that band. So I listen to a little bit of everything, although I have been very bad at listening to new music for like the last 3 years. I, yeah. Billy Bong, yeah, it's insanely lemony. I mean, the most lemony stuff I've ever fucking, that stuff that he grew anyway. I'm like, man, I've never had stuff this lemony. It is disturbing. It's was Hitchhiker's Guide. It's like having your brain smashed out by a golden brick wrapped in lemon. Something along that. It's been a very long time. Um, but it's very lemony. But I like it. But personally, I don't grow a lot of the citrusy stuff. Although now that I'm pressing, if I did, a lot of that would go into pressing because I enjoy again. I enjoy the hash having those flavors. Don't always enjoy the smoke having them. Billy. Yeah. All right. So let's do a Davsky because that's easier, and then I might roll up a joint or bowl and stuff, and we'll play some music to the joint or bowl or what haveth you. Um, yeah. Oh, let's see here. I know I've been just getting very good results with this hash. Very happy how this for what it is. You can definitely get away with this cheap um, rosin press I have. Bad. I mean, it's its own thing for sure. It's hard to see, and there's cat hair on it, which doesn't make it look very good. But not bad, not bad, and very easy. All right, so Lona, I'm smoking Purple Rain. It's floral and citrus, which that sounds very nice. Um, I like. I don't know, man. I've been. It's weird how it is. I'm looking for one of two things, and my next strains I'm growing are those two things because that's kind of what I've been. I'm like, okay, at different times I'm looking for one of two things. I'm either looking for potency, obviously, just want to get where I want to get medicated as quickly and fastly and efficiently as possible. And then and in the broad spectrum, I want it very smooth. And then on the other end, I want it flavorful, something that tastes really good because that'll keep me coming back to it. Sometimes I'll smoke stuff that's very flavorful, even when it's not very strong, just because it's so enjoyable to smoke. But I right now I'm growing Godfather. Oh, I'm not growing these. Let's do a quick dab, and then we'll throw on a couple songs. Nick mentioned a song, but he didn't mention a goddamn fucking. No, he mentioned an artist, but not a song. So I might just have to look at one of their big top songs. And then we'll check out Thrash. Just don't recommend me any 10-minute songs. I have to hold it up to my ear. It gets, just for the sake of my own thing for right now. Although, I don't know. It is what it is. I hate, I mean, yeah. For reviews, short songs are great. All right, here, cheers it up, and then I was gonna talk about something, but I'm guessing I'll forget it even quicker after this big old fat slab of a dab. Cheers, everybody. This is really good weed, really good rosin, but the weed I got it from was very, it wasn't anything super special. It's good. It's just, I don't know, I guess I'd call it spicy or skunky, a little earthy. but that's how the weed smelled, you know what I mean? And then there's a couple of them that really stood out. So there was like five that just blended together, and I barely knew which one was which. There was cowboy cookies. I don't know why I'm brain farting so hard. Cowboy cookies, fucking banana. What was it? God damn it. Just grew these things too. Just grew tons of them. Like purple banana cookies or some shit like that. God damn it. Why can't I think of any of them now? But none of them were sticking out, which is probably why I'm forgetting them. But, they're all by Green Shock Farms. No, not Green Shock. Greenpoint in Colorado. Greenpoint Seeds. Cowboy cookies. Fuck it. Why I can't think of them. I don't know. But the ones that did stick out were daiquiri and greasy. Out of all of them, there's like four more I'm not thinking of right now. But the daiquiri was the pinkest weed I've ever seen, and very very good. And it dropped mad like buds. It was huge. Really. Oh, and then I grew Purple Crash. That was it. Purple Crash. GMO. I was growing the GMO. The GMO was really good. That's what all this is. But it took forever, an extra like fucking 30 days from whatever else was started at the exact same time. And I'm like, I just can't do this. And it's not worth that extra time. It's got to be pretty fucking great if it's going to be that. And Billy Bong, I bought some weed at the dispensary and it smelled like armpits. Sniffed the jar and burnt my nose. Not a good sign. Purple banana cookies, I think it was. You ever grow any of the cookies strains? So these are all, I think almost all of the ones I'm talking about had cookies in them. That Greenpoint, the sale he bought was like everything mixed with cookies, you know? I think it was purple banana cookies, cowboy cookies. Fuck, I can't remember the fucking names like an idiot. But but the daiquiri, like I said, was the most pink buds I've ever seen. Like the buds were pink. And like not purple, pink, and just the buds, green leaves, green everything, pink buds. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I wish I would have made more hash with it. I've already smoked a shit ton. I think I'm already done with it. It got a lot of seeds. Was the problem because it got really hot. And then I put an AC in, and it worked for a minute, and then it got even hotter. And then now I need an upgrade. But yeah, cookie strains are awesome. Nice dense buds. Um, uh, The other what I grew that really stood out as far as flavors, which they aren't very accurate to what it is, but I think it was called this more for how when you press it and make hash out of it, it's very greasy, oily. The name of it's called Greasy. Pretty good stuff. I was very happy with that stuff. And it smells fruity and really fruity, I would say. Um, Sweet fruity. I don't know. Really good. Um, Almost like Trixie, like a bag of Tricks, like mixed candy, sweet fruit, um, and it very oily stuff. Like when I pressed it, it wasn't waxing up quite the same. It was a little more peanut buttery when I whipped it up, and with like that oil film to it. Really good stuff. So those two I still have going, and then. What is it? So now I have the two I have seeds of besides the daiquiri because that pink stuff had so many seeds in it. I saved all that. I have a huge bag of like 150 seeds of that stuff, and one day that'll come in handy. Uh, and then right now I'm gonna be growing the Godfather OG, which is supposedly the strongest weed out there. It's tests at like 34%, or it has tested that high, which is like the highest, one of the highest at that time, or whatever. That's how they advertised it. So that, again, when I was talking about the two things I'm looking for, potency and flavors, that kind of takes care of the potency. And then the other stuff I am excited to be trying to grow is the green dope, which is a collaboration between the Green Shock Farms and the Mendo Dope guys. But again, all flavors. So excited about that one. Godfather OG is good. It's popular in Michigan. That's cool because I have never seen it in Colorado at all. But I was on MSNL Seeds or whatever. I bought seeds from them a few times, and they had a big long article about how it's the strongest, has tested the strongest anywhere, and then they had a sale going on, so I bought them a while ago, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna test that whole strongest weed in the world thing. We'll see about that. Um, and then the green dope one is two different breeders who kind of collaborated that I follow on YouTube. Especially I did when I bought the seeds. I've just been busy not following anything, but they're all about terps, and the stuff I've gotten from them, but in the past, has been some of the terpiest stuff I've ever grown. So I'd really like to try that again. Again, really like for some. Those are the two things I'm looking for at different times. Is either a lot of flavors or a lot of potency. And then when you mix those two things, you get a nice middle too. Tyler, all I listen to is prog and a little metalcore once in a while. Um, yeah, I try to listen to a little bit of everything, but what's funny is anymore, most of what I listen to is what you call it, trying to what you call it, excuse me, I'm zoning out. Trying to do covers and stuff, listen to those over and over again, listening to instrumental music that my band has made, trying to write lyrics to it, listening to all the instrumental music I've made, trying to write lyrics to it. It's a lot of lyrics, and then my brain gets a little, fucked up when I'm doing that all day. You can overdo it easily, obviously, on anything. So I usually just try and watch uh, something or listen to something like I wouldn't say too many podcasts. I've recently been listening to a little bit. Sometimes those are hard for me, but yeah, bunch of different stuff. Anyway, let's see here. Bam, where are we at? There we are at. All right. Billy Vong, Tyler, I hate pop. Might as well be an extra O in the middle, huh? Yeah, what was it? I really like the song by Primus, Anti-Pop. The Anti-Pop, which is very accurate usually for his music, very opposite of the average pop music. So the problem I have with pop music is not the one I usually think that people bring up, or maybe that's not their problem but it's what I have. I get things in my head really easy, right? It's very easy to get something super catchy. I'm sure that's everybody. Maybe I just hate it more. But I fucking hate it, and it'll drive me crazy. And sometimes it'll just be a little section. Sometimes it'll be the whole song looping in my head. But I'm like, okay, it'll be days later, and it'll be something I hate. Jingles on commercials, every song that's very poppy on the radio. Uh, there's just a certain genre, and it's mostly pop, that has that where it's, don't bore us, get to the chorus, and then it's hook, 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 and over again, very repetitive, with the goal of doing that. And sometimes, it pops up in metal, but it's a lot less. Sometimes after hearing that type of pop music that keeps repeating in my head and like driving me crazy, I will want to listen to the most fucked up, well, not fucked up, but yeah, complex sometimes, or aggressive sometimes music. It's very opposite of that. And I'm like, yeah, it's because it doesn't do that in my head. I can enjoy it for what it is at the moment. And sometimes I'll think about it later on, obviously, and play it again. But I'm like, uh, yeah, that should, I don't know. I don't know if I'm completely alone in that, but I really hate that about music. I think it's a great sign if you're writing music and it gets stuck in yours and everyone else's head. But as far as listening to it, I don't care for shit that is a little too much like that. And prog metal, metal mostly in general, especially shit like that, it usually is lacking. Sometimes too much. You know what I mean? There's not enough substance. Tyler, too much auto tune. You know where I feel bad about that is I listen to a lot of kids at my work and a lot of places uh, too. But and even the girls and stuff, and they're listening to this music, and I'm like, man, and they're singing along and doing their thing, and whether they think they're bad or they think they're good at singing along to it, but I'm like, you can literally do this because it's been auto-tuned. Sometimes they're not hiding behind it. Sometimes in some rap songs, in some instances, it's not the worst thing in the fucking world. But masking your abilities with auto-tune, which is a producer's job, that's what that's a big thing that you should be able to do. Um, is giving fucking it's kind of cheating, obviously, and it gives a false narrative to the people listening to it that, oh man, these people are good and I'm not. And I'm like, yeah, if you have the right producer, you'd be surprised what you can do vocally. And it's weird how everybody's voice sounds a little off and funky when you're naked in a room, and that's what separates good singers from bad. But it's a funky thing. It's a funky thing. I will say that autotune has made a lot of people sound wonderful who are not very talented or not any more talented than the average person I work with who is talentless, what have you. Um, Not that I think that, but I like a lot of things with technology. I do like that it opens up doors for people who are creative but maybe don't like the sound of their own voice. Therefore, they need to hide behind a lot of autotune and effects and filters and that. Like I said, every now and then there's rap songs I've heard where it's done in a way that I don't hate it, but yeah, there's definitely times where the vast majority, like most music, the vast majority of it is terrible, but there's good things in every genre and what have you. Yeah, instead of instruments, it is a computer, says Tyler Shep. Which, again, I love that technology opens the bridge to people who maybe don't have access or have never been taught, never given any. We don't look at musical education as a priority by any means in this country, in Colorado, as far as I know, in the world. Um, I had very little to almost zero musical training, so thankfully I will give it up to YouTube. YouTube's a huge thing where I've learned a lot of the musical. My music teachers have all been on YouTube, if any. I've had no live interaction. I've never had a live music teacher, which I regret, and I would love to get some for my niece and nephew, uh, respectively. Or I hope that my sister does and her husband, because I think music is awesome. I think you should always learn a second language, and music is the best second language you can learn, other than the one that you need to communicate with the people in your life directly. Like you need to learn wherever you're from to function. But other than that, music can bridge you to anywhere else in the world. It can open up so much. Uh, yeah, music's where it's at. Tyler, it looks like you have a music thing. I will subscribe there. Uh oh. guitarist, bassist, prog rock, metal, songwriter, Tyler. Everyone give Tyler a look at his stuff because that's cool. We're not going to pay attention to the age. That's not my business. All things considering. Music brought me more. That's funny because I love learning languages. That's what it is. Victor Wooten always said, music is a language. And it's true. It is. You read it, you write it, you learn it. You can talk with somebody who you don't. You can share musical ideas and notations with somebody who doesn't speak the same language as you. So it's a bridge, if nothing else, and it is a language. Uh, in that same sense, it's it's not perfectly parallel because it bridges into other stuff, but I don't know because there's improv, but you do improv. I've heard it all, especially again, Victor Wooten makes all the comparisons of analogies of improving and talking and jamming with others and all that. But it's a language, and if it's treated as such, you can learn it and talk with other people, and that's really important. Also, it's good that to learn it young and stuff like that. Like I said, I wasn't taught as much as I wish I was when I was young, and then I really had all this musical aspirations and didn't know how to get an outlet for them. And I think that's where rap music really comes in because then becomes the idea, okay, maybe I can be musically creative using someone else's music pretty much, right? I'll buy this guy's beats and I'll be creative over it and we can do a collaboration thing and it's popular and it's easier because you don't have to lug a lot of gear around and learn how to play an instrument. But I love making music too. Is more, it's all music. Pretty much, I do love every step of it, and that's like I said. So back then, I kind of thought that was an idea, but then I got back into making music, which being in a band is a whole nother fucking animal, man. And playing live music, it's different, and the energy to there is great. I love live performing. Live performances is where it's at. Uh, yeah. Sure, I was just looking at your. I was already peeping your YouTubes, and I think I see some live music already. But yes, uh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, looks like you're already doing the right things, in my opinion. Uh, I I would trade being a massive shredder personally, right now, doing crazy, crazy sweep anything to be very, very good and have a good voice and sing and play technical music at the same time. You know what I mean? I can play some simple chords and sing roughly, but and sometimes with a bass I can. But playing a bass is weird because you're holding a groove, so it's like constant. And then I break it up with how I sing, and it throws me off a little. Playing with what you're playing, singing with exactly what you're playing is a lot easier. But I would trade being a master shredder because there's a lot of those for being a good singer who can do it accurately at the same time. I feel like that would be big for me. It's always been something I wanted to do. All right. Nick, rap and hip hop really have a symbiotic dependence between the vocal artist and the producer. They should. It's interesting to watch in the independent scene have a symbiotic dependence between. So here's the thing with that though. Do you say, I mean, yes, symbiotic in the sense that's why I like being my own producer, by the way. But symbiotic in the sense that they should work together or that they're dependent on each other. Because really, I think it's more the latter in the sense that nowadays, a rapper really needs a producer to supply them. Otherwise, they're just stealing stuff off YouTube and hoping for the best. But to have their own independent news stuff, they need a producer. So either they need to make it or find a guy. Producers need rappers, or they need to make music that's instrumental, or they need to find people to buy it. And like I said, it's I feel like a lot of rappers don't know their producers. A lot of producers look at their clients as you know, more of a from a business perspective, which you have to if you want to make money in that sense, because most rappers don't know who their producers are. So it's more about the money than the clout, because you can make a huge song for like E40, and if he doesn't say your name in the song, he doesn't know who the fuck you are. So it's kind of weird like that. But I think in a perfect world, I like the days of like a Rick Rubin, or like every good old school guy had their producer, and that was cool. He was a big one to point out, but still. All right, Nick. The vocals make the track, and the tracks make the vocals. Definitely, they are. They're yes. Falling in Reverse combines metal and rap taste very tastefully, which I've heard that name, Falling in Reverse, and I probably heard them as well and didn't know that's who I was listening to, but I didn't expect that uh, from the metal rap thing, which, new metal did it for a very long time. Some of those guys did it pretty well. Again, do I say I like new metal? No, but there's people in there who've done it well, and there's been elements of it I like and stuff, so it's not terrible. Uh, but it's a genre I don't. Even though I have the hair of a 90s new metal fucking artist, I don't actually. Uh, Nick, each are cool in their own, but only when combined do they tell a story. Yeah. Tyler Shep, excellent taste. The Falling in Reverse. I know I've heard the name and I know they're huge, so I just haven't knowingly heard them. Kind of, pretty much. But let's see here. There's been some people who do it. I don't know. One of the first bands that I liked Rage. I felt Rage hit that a couple of times, but that's a different thing. I don't know. There's a few, but I need a blunt wrap. I think I actually just have papers and a tray, and we'll roll something up, smoke something up, and yeah, throw some songs out there. We'll listen to a couple songs. Just don't make them too long. But we'll start. I'll listen to a couple more. Why not? Bam. Yeah, it's been nice. I wanted to do something a little bit more positive. It's been a bummer few weeks, so it's nice to catch up with everybody, give everybody some time. I know if anybody new comes, I'll play the music video once more, just to remind you people to please give it some love and all the gimmicky things that go with that, such as sharing and commenting and liking and all that crap. Will you react to Thrash by Unprocessed? I will. I will. I'll give it, especially because of the name. I really like the name of it, so let's go with that. We got some GMO skis, some pretty decent stuff. Not too bad. This is possibly some of the prettiest weed I have ever grown in my life. It may not look too insane at the moment, especially there's no real light on it or anything like that. But very just it's good stuff. But I can't express to you how pretty I should be working more on Instagram and having a social media presence, but there's been some weird stuff with that going on too. Uh, Nick looks like a sleeper strain. It's very purple. This is the most crazy sunset pink purpley stuff I've ever grown. The stuff I'm smoking right now is like the most beautiful stuff I've ever personally grown in my life, and probably ever seen anyone else personally grow in front of me. I mean beautiful in the sense that like you could like take a photo or a fucking pick make a painting out of it. It's like crazy. All right. Billy Bond, create a Twitter page for your music. I know I need to. Uh, we have one. I need to maybe be the person who's active on it. Our drummer like went to school for fucking media and production and shit like that. So I want him to do it, but we all need to be editors and just try to work on that more. But you're not wrong, Billy Bong. Thank you. 2 billion people on Twitter. Yeah. Isn't it X now? I've never had a tweet. I've never been a tweeter. Nick, meaning unassuming. Wait, hold on. Oh, sleeper as in meaning unassuming, but looks like he'll smack. It's yeah, it's a little hard to see. Oh, what was I just gonna look at? Oh, even though this was charging for a minute, it is now dead. All right. Well, my phone died, so there we go. All right, let's see here. Nick, I had literal purple buds before that smelled like tricks. I like the tricksy smelling ones. That is a pretty distinct smell that can come up sometimes with weed. Uh, this stuff is crazy purple. I was just about to possibly put a light on it, but really there's no light in here. It's not for none of that stuff, and it's hard to focus up on this stuff. I was also going to show you pictures of it when it was growing because it was insane. I don't think there's any way I can do that successfully right now unless I come up with a slideshow and all this shit and then play it on the TV. Otherwise, I'd be more than happy to show you. But it was crazy good. I've had bad luck with purple weed in the past. Back in the day, purple weed was not good. It didn't mean good right away. Some of the most purple buds I ever had back in the day, I didn't grow them, but I bought them from dispensaries. It was very disappointing. I'm like, yeah, it looks good, but it sucks. But that's changed recently. I've had some really good purples, which is nice. Well, no, I got 2 purple strands. Busting out the deuces. Nick, it was a beautiful dark red purple. So when I'm getting these purple ones, I'm really tempted to make a hash out of them. But there's purple weed and then there's purple like trichomes. Sometimes when they're super, super purple, the trichomes are too. It's helping. I feel like this stuff, I didn't make any hash out of it. I did press some. It definitely wasn't purple. But I think in order to get like straight purple hash, like rosin, I would need to make bubble hash from it, press that, and make hash rosin. And that could be purple. And I haven't had a strain. I haven't washed this one, to be honest. I haven't done a lot of washing. Making hash is a lot of work, and I'm lazy. But and it works better in the winter, to be honest. But what was I gonna say? I haven't had a wash that turned like the water purple yet. Not success. Oh, I did this now. Not really. So when I do, I'm really excited to try and get some purple hash going. And then I know my homie feels the same way. It's like if we get that going, we're gonna just clone the shit out of that and grow that until we have like bricks of purple stuff. Because that might be more easier to push if we ever wanted to. Not that that is a big thing. All right, Tyler, do you know Polyphia or animals as leaders? I have not met them personally. I have heard a little bit of animals as leaders, but not much. Again, those are a lot of bands. It's funny how almost every band you're mentioning, excuse me, are bands that drummers in particular have been fond of that I know. Uh, and certain people. There's definitely that prog. I've had a lot of friends in that prog scene, which I have not ventured down too much personally. But what's funny is I kind of like it all. Everything I have, I like. It's kind of like anime is the same with me. I can't say I'm a big fan of either of them. I just turn out to end up liking almost everything I have seen. I just don't venture as much as I would like to into them. But they're good. Anyway, I'm out for tonight. It's 1 a.m. here. Yeah, it's a little late here too, but it's also my Saturday, pretty much. Yes, it's pretty much like my Saturday. So, but Nick, good night, friends and family. Indeed, we are going to play a song here in a second. I think it's "Thrash" by Unprocessed, but we have a blunt, well, big joint to roll. Nick, I'm really glad to see you. Hopefully, I am more active so I can see you more. I think you sent me something on IG. I've also was not active on that for months and months. I've actually been dealing with court stuff and trying to be a little bit less present on anything activities that might make me look less than reputable. But hopefully, all of that is going well. So, that being said, you have a good evening. Send me some stuff. My phone is completely dead at the moment, but I will see it. I will respond. Hopefully, I'll be back in a week or so. Thank you, sir. All right. Boom. Word. Let's. Tyler, nice live. Thank you, sir. Not too bad. It's good to be back. I used to do a lot of these. I will say doing live streams is the easiest thing in the sense of setup. And you just turn on a camera and go for me, especially usually I don't shut up. So that's pretty easy. But sometimes it's hard too. I feel like I said, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit more, I'm sure, some type of scripted sense. And my interests are very vague. I don't have a certain topic that I stick to every single time. That's why I do like doing. I was making some live music on here, uh, bongs and songs. I had bongs and songs for a minute, a little playlist on this channel that was going on, and yeah, shit like that. But oh wait, hold on. I don't think I can listen to that song, my good friend. I don't know how it will work. Oops. So I think I can. So the key would be getting me to say nothing. I guess I could do that. You can't hear me when I turn this little music in here. Okay, so pretty much what I'm getting at is if I listen to music, you just won't hear me be able to talk during the entire song. Is that right? Yeah. It's the only way right now I could listen to a song. It's me or it's the music, but not one or the other. Just because the way it's working. That's just the way the stream she rolls. Cheers, everybody. Um, I have my phone on. I'm working. That thing is dead as fuck. So, but I could do that. Load off. Cheers. Cheers indeed, my friend. Uh, yeah, trying to think if there's any way around. And there is not. All right, let's see here though. All right. So yeah, if I listen to this song, I'll just have to mute my mic. Otherwise, you'll hear the song playing. Or I can mute. Yeah, that would be the cleanest way. If you otherwise you'd be hearing it through my mic, which isn't the worst thing. We could do that. Then you could hear me as well. Let's see here. So, desktop audio. We'll go all the way down. Then we can play this. Okay. I don't know how that's coming out on your end. Taste. So for me, I can hear the bass a lot more now, and I like the sound of it. These are my monitors, studio monitors. So not coming out great on my end. So I imagine not. Is it just quiet or sounds bad? Uh, the bassist is insane. Yeah, no, I can definitely hear the bass very well. Is it quiet or just bad quality? Because I'm playing it third. You're hearing it looped out the speaker, playing out my speaker back into the computer. So that's why it's not sounding great. I could make it just play clean, both, both too quiet and shit. Fair enough. So it's a nice short song, so I can switch over pretty easy and turn this up. Turn me down. So goodbye. All right, there we go. That was pretty good. Yeah, no, ridiculously talented. I like the bass. Was great. A lot of production in it. Um, it's cool. It's really good. What was I gonna say? I think the song title is very misleading. As it's not exactly the thrash. I know. So what's funny is as soon as I type in thrash, um, the biggest thing that comes up is this song, which is the song that I just did a cover of, which I'm going to put a video out eventually of me doing this song. We were going to do a few different covers and, you know, go have all of us doing playthroughs of the cover as we do it. But this is one of the next ones I wanted to do because we just learned this song and it's fun to do. But it's Thrasher's Abattoir, which is a Carcass song. So we just learned this one, which isn't crazy hard on the guitar. The drums is very persistent, let's say. Very persistent drumming. It's the lyrics, which are very fun, as in not fun at all. So here are the lyrics to that song. See here, I should know them because I have to memorize these songs. Let's see if I can bust it out. Delaceration, amputation, mutilation, anatomization, decimation, victimization, brutalization, humiliation, annihilation, damification, degradation, dehumanization, detruncation, termination with no sedation, emasculation, terrorization, extermination, strangulation, suffocation, mutilation, brutalization, mortification, annihilation, asphyxiation, immolation, victimization. Don't do this to me now, stoner. Exsanguination, dehumanization. God, I feel like I'm missing the last three. But yeah, so that's the lyrics. Just words that end with with ation. From delaceration to dehumanization and everything in between. And the lyrics are just hilariously just words. There's a little bit of a chorus in between those, but yeah, what is that? So here's this song. It is 1 minute and 50 seconds long. When we play it, it's about 2 minutes. So we play it just a hair slower, although when we play it live, we probably play it exactly this fast. But here's this song. The last one I learned here, we've been playing live at our band. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I gotta turn me down all the way. So once again, I'll take a quick short 1 minute and 50 second break. Yeah, that's a fun little ditty we just learned. We have a few other goods. Ooh, Omnific is a great band with two bassists and a drummer. That's kind of cool. Omnific, Omnific. Hmm. All right, I have to check them out at some point. Fat Mackerel by the Omnific, 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 Omnific. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, well, man, it has been an evening. Uh, Come here, kitty. Oh, there we go. Mr. Kitty wants up here. All right, for those who are interested in knowing, Mr. Ziggy is right here with us. I won't say happy, but he's tolerating my presence at the moment. He wants me to go lay down. He's like, it's tired. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. He says, but not quite yet, my friend. Let's see here. Yeah, so little touch bases is should be doing more videos, but who knows? Time will tell. It'll probably still be more towards the end of the month before that starts happening. So that's another like 10 days from now. Um, Hopefully, I know more by then. Just a bunch of crap going on, and I just keep on being in working all day. Financially, I'm fucked, so I've been working a lot, and then intervals. Intervals sounds very familiar too. I know I've heard of them. I don't have anything saved. I was gonna say I want to say I had some, at least a song or two by them, but I do not. I have to check them out as well. Definitely not check out Omnific. Omnific. Sounds Russian. Omnific. Uh, Two bassists and a drummer definitely has my interest. I'm a big bass fan. Uh, I like playing the bass a lot. Um, yeah, and I will. You should do a little shout out to your own music and your own thing. Everyone should check out. Oh, Australian. Well, then I might not have. You might have lost me there. I don't know if I fuck with Australians. Just joking. Australia looks like an awesome place to visit. Um, Friendly Geordies seems like a friendly fellow. But definitely not check out that band. Omnific. Yeah, so good stuff. Like I said earlier, I think we might end tonight with one more viewing of the shoeing of the Vidget. Where did I have that fucking thing? The old oh, too many buttons. Ziggy bumping my hand. Won't let me do it. We will do one more viewing of the old music video, do a dab, and call it a night. So let's see here. I know I have. There we go. All right, let's stop that. Get that ready. All right. Here is Ziggy and me and the new music video I just made. So, like I said, do me a favor and give it some love on the YouTubes and such, and the shares and all those good things. But here's one more live viewing. I'm super proud of how it turned out, the song, the production, the video, the guys who made it, the band. I'm super proud of the band. They're the homies, and they did a killer job. And yeah, fucking yeah, looking forward to doing more shit like that. We have another one. Our next video we're gonna be working on. Hopefully, it's the start of next month, like the beginning of the next month, for shooting, and it'll be a fun one. I think it'll be a damn fun one. I'm still trying to work it out in my head how it's all gonna go down, but the goal is to have fun. That's why, like, this music video here that we're gonna watch, there's a bunch of people in it. We had a big barbecue and a ton of fun, and like it was fun to do. So, and by barbecue I mean we actually just got pizzas and beer and all that stuff for people outside at my place, and just hung out. But it was really fun. It was good. Oh, Big Mo. Good to see Big Mo like a motherfucker up in this bitch. Yeah, really good to see you, homie. Yeah, just been back touching base with everybody. Of course, my touching base took 2.5 hours again. But we are gonna bust out the music video really quick, and then we're gonna do a dab, and then we'll see if there's still people in the chat. But if there is, we'll call it as we call it. But we'll definitely watch the music video, do a dab. Here it is, one more time. The Condemned to Burn music video, You Fucked Up, by yours truly, made in this very room that I am broadcasting in. With at the very end, even this little guy here might make a guest appearance. So we'll keep an eye out. It's for after the music video during the credits, but still he's in there. He's immortalized through the music video. So here we are. You fucked up.
You fucked up.
I think all things considering, we didn't have that one room for the most part. Makes it pretty good. See, that's all these people. That's that day. We had a great day. Did you see the kitty? I'll rewind here. Let's see here if we can freeze frame. Up. There's the kitty. Up. There it was again. Let's see if we can freeze. There's Ziggy. Ziggy. So Ziggy made his appearance. A lot of good friends and fans of the band. A couple other local band people. There's the band, drummer, guitarist, me hitting the bong, Rich, and Jimmy. So that was pretty cool. Did a little classic credit roll at the end here. Tyler, kind of like Megadeth with screaming and heavier. This song in particular was a pretty. So honestly, the song started out originally just him. That's our guitarist, and he writes most of the riffs for us. Playing this riff a lot, just in between songs, and he just did it as like a practice song. But we liked it, and it was quick, so we're like, let's just make a song out. And because it's such a quick song, and we were able to pump it out really fast, it also made it a good test song with recording and doing a video. It doesn't have to be super long and super intricate. Video is a lot shorter. It's mostly just guys in the room. So I only had not much to play with. I was playing mostly with smoke, bubbles, lights, colors, some camera angles. There I used people, all things that were pretty much free. You can see some really cool shots of the studio here in the room I'm at. So I am in that corner right now, obviously. There we go. That's where I am right now, is chilling in here. Now where the drums are is where I have a couch. This is the couch. And then where the Condemned to Burn banner is my window. So right now I have the window open because the cats love it. Otherwise I probably just have it permanently blocked too. But yeah. It was good. It's a good studio. It works. It does the job. Yeah, using smoke and then bubbles to the end here. A lot of bubbles. But I really thought it turned out pretty cool. Not bad anyway, all things considering. For the budget, it was perfect. I wanted to put another $1,000 into it, but Big Mo planning on going to Aftershock Festival in Sacramento this October. That'd be awesome. I might. My goal was to do more, but I've been, backed up. But I'm very happy with the things I've been busy with. I've been growing a lot of bud skis and staying sane, but working on the band a lot, which I should be doing more. And I have a lot of things that I should probably be more socially active with, showing people what I've been up to, but it's just been a little overbearing. Like I said, this last week has been very emotional, so last couple weeks. But I might be going to the Gathering of the Juggalos in August, but you never know. It's a lot less likely now than it was at one point, but who knows? I know they made a certain substance legal in Ohio that makes it much more friendly for someone like me to go and visit. So, all right, so we're gonna do a dabski. And then we will probably call it an evening. Um, Hopefully, I can do another one here soon. I have a bunch of different videos. Big Mo, good to see you as well, my good friend. We are dabbing off this awesomeness. Just oh shit, it's Panda Cats. Just when you think that, I was gonna say I was glad everyone who did show up, and I'm sorry for everyone who I missed. But I'm glad you were able to show up. You are a streaming machine, my friend. Oh, I'm usually at work in my car, so I'm not usually able to do a lot of watching of live streams and stuff. It's more, and I'm in and out of my car a lot, so it's kind of weird. But I always see you streaming because a lot of what I do is I'll put on different things on YouTube. I don't really watch them so much as listen to them. So, like I said, it's not like I watch a lot. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but a lot of things that are not music either. So, all right, well, let's see here. Whew. This one for everybody I can see on the chat is who's getting a shout out. So now's your chance to make a quick comment and get your shout out. So Tyler, shout out. Panda Cat, shout out. Oh shit. Big Mo, shout out. I didn't see the badass comment. Thank you, sir. Tyler, again, yeah, Tyler, Big Mo, and Panda. That's who's getting it. All right, so that goes out to you three. Oh shit, Panda, I'm starting to go out and play music for the public, which is really good. Um, there's nothing that makes me more happy to do. Nothing makes me more happy than playing music live. That's what I enjoy the most. Entertainment too. Obviously, that's what I'm doing now. That's why you do streaming. I feel like it's a step in that direction. It's all the same direction, different paths maybe, but I like doing live performances. Oh, there's the kitty behind me again. Uh, I just noticed her. But anyway, I don't know if you can see her, but she's a sweetheart. Live performing, especially so the music I do, and that's where shit kind of changes from doing super super technical stuff. There becomes a limit when you're doing such technical stuff that you're not able to do too much else but play. You know what I mean? The music we have is a little less technical, but it's a lot of energy, and when there's a lot of movement. And when you see us live, it's more of a hopefully more of a whirlwind, and there's a little theatrics and shit thrown in. So, handicap. Yeah, I'm playing the accordion solo. Is it the accordion I'm saying? Sorry. Yep, there we go. Uh, that's kind of cool. Accordion's pretty dope. There. Um, that's trip. Is it like the keyboard, but you're pumping to get the sounds instead of it just doing its thing? As far as I know, the accordion I've never even touched, but I know it has keys, and some look like it has mad keys, like not just like piano keys, but like buttons all up and down the bitch. I feel like I've seen, and yeah, it's an air. It's like an organ, yeah. So it's like a keyboard, but it's an organ powered keyboard, kind of pretty much, right? Which is kind of cool. I'd love to. There's not an instrument around that I wouldn't love to tinker with at least once or twice. My accordion has buttons. Yeah, see? Yeah, buttons, not keys, right? But yeah, those are cool. I always wanted, to be honest, I haven't done a lot of instruments live. It's intimidating. Although I definitely got to a point where I was much more comfortable playing an instrument live than singing. But now that I've been singing for a few years, and if you want to call what I do singing, uh, now that I've been a vocalist for a few years, I'm very comfortable doing that, and my neck thanks me. I've seen the accordions. I've seen the accordions that have keys. Yeah, I have too. That's why I'm like, I know they have them. Some I want to say I've seen ones with both. It looked like a shitload of shit on there. I like that. God, what is the thing? There's like they don't call them an accordion. It's a mini keyboard, and it's just got a little tube in it, and it's got a very distinct sound. It's usually used in kind of more uh, I keep wanting to say reggae or ska kind of stuff. I've heard it in. Heard it in some weird stuff. Head PE uses it quite a bit. And then there's some other stuff. Like I said, mostly like dub music and shit like that. I've heard it busted out a few times. Those are really cool. Uh, like the Vox organ. I was gonna say, I want to say it has an O. I'm gonna look up Vox organ to see if that's what I'm thinking. Uh, those are kind of neat. Vox organs used as a series. So that's like a string was depressed on a fret. Huh? Those are kind of neat. Huh. There's a word for the one I'm thinking of. It's with an O. Uh, melodica. So I really like the melodicas. A melodica. You can get them for $27. Huh, super cheap. $50 for a Hofner. Super cheap ones. $100, 200. The most expensive ones I'm seeing is like $200. Huh. So I wouldn't mind to get a melodica. There we go. New word I need to remember. Melodica. Melodica. Those are really cool. I'm a big fan of those. It has a very distinct, weird noise. I usually hear them in dub music or reggae esque music or something along those lines, and they're usually got a lot of reverb and some cool effects on them, especially in the dub ones. Um, and they're cool. They're fun, and it's with a thing, a like you blow into it instead of kind of like an accordion, same sense that you're powering it with air. Yeah, the odd instruments are tight. Yeah, fucking that one, Panda. Yeah, Panda says that was a Panda comment. They're tight as fuck. I'm a big fan. Yeah, I was trying to say there's a few other little wacky ones. There's a ton. There's hundreds. I'd love to fill up this whole studio with drawers or closets filled with wacky instruments and do a lot of live streams. So one of the things I wanted to do, uh, Mark Ribier was the one, and there's another Andrew Reinhardt or some shit like that. Did mixes, did loopers. They both use Boss 505's table loopers. I really wanted to get into that. I had a little floor looper that I would do stuff with, and I could do a lot of fun stuff with mics and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed doing that. I wouldn't mind doing that for the channel too, but it's even harder when you get it routing out and sounding good and stuff. Panda, yeah, the RC505 is sexy. I've always wanted to get one of those. They look super fun. Uh, it'd be fun. There's been time, if I had my, there's tables full of fucking equipment I'd love to get and play with, but it's been the, I've been looking at my timeline of how much time I have and how much time this fucking world has. No, I'm just joking. Maybe. Hopefully I am. But and I'm like, I need to do the high energy stuff now and then working because I could do the looping stuff as I get older and it's a little bit more mellow. But right now, I still have the aggression and energy in me to do thrash metal at high volume live. So that I've been sticking to that route for a couple more years. Hopefully, we get so big that I will be unable to turn away my attention for even a moment. But if not, I might switch to doing more uh, physical friendly activities such as looping and playing instruments sitting down or something. Yeah, honestly, or getting a lighter instrument, light bass might be nice. Let me take this cat hair off this beautiful hash I have. Here is some more of that amazing squishiness that I just squished tonight, and it is pretty and it's very nice. Not the terps I want, not as bad. It's just a little lacking. Ooh, all right, everyone. Cheers, cheers. We will see you soon. Hopefully, I'll keep streaming, but I do not have my shit quite in line. I have a lot of projects going, I should say. Panda Cat, cheers. Cheers indeed. Here is to all of you. I hope the best for you. Uh, Again, if you can go to my music video for Condemned to Burn, I much appreciate any love you can spread there. Uh, the You Fucked Up video, like I said, I did all the work on, and the guys would appreciate it too. So, cheers, everybody. Jeepers. Wow. But I will start probably posting a little bit more on the grow situation because I've had a lot of cool stuff going on in the grow world recently. Like I said, the other room that I would normally be in streaming is now filled with ropes of drying weed. So I'm like, oh, that room is filled with weed. Literally filled with weed, the room is. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to get working on putting those in the jars and then I can start doing more streaming. I have a really nice kitchen now. For me, it's really nice. It's perfect for streaming, or I should say, just shooting a video. Uh, so I can finally do my cooking stuff. I have tons of fucking material, tons of ingredients, tons of fucking stuff. I just need to get on it. Videos about pressing, a little bit of what we were talking about tonight on it's I've learned a lot about the basics of it and like how to make the cheapest for me. At the same time, my homie was pressing so much so easily. I can't do a lot of quantity because you're hand pressing and it takes a minute and I can only do half at a time. So he can theoretically not only double the time and amount or whatever, he's doing the amount that he's doing at a time, but he can also do it so much easier with the hydraulic press than my hand cranked shit. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff I'd like to break down on there. There's music stuff, just random shit is what I'm saying. Uh, I'd like to be more active, so it's always nice to see you guys, and it means a lot. Uh, uh, so awesome, thank you. Yeah, thank you to everybody who showed up tonight and everybody who I missed. Hopefully, I can keep doing these a little more regularly and catch up with you guys. And maybe make some new homies and definitely check in with all you old schoolers, and make sure that fucking you guys are doing well. So, because I always think about you guys and I'm like, ah, fuck, I should stream more. Cheers. We are going to call it. Gotta clean this bitch out. Go check out the music video. We're almost at 1,000 watches, 1,000 views, which for the amount of work I put into it, although I know that that has nothing to do with how many views you get. Some of the ones that, some of the videos I've worked the hardest on, at least for my channel, get no views, and some of the ones that have gone viral, at least in my aspect, have been ones I just kind of pumped out without even thinking. So, oh, am I still all tiny? Why am I all tiny? There I am, fucking stupid. Oh well. I wasn't even paying attention. I was all small. But yeah, shit's good. Everything's been on the up and up. I should be. I should stream more in here and just give you updates. Like I said, I might be doing more gaming stuff, but it's a matter of having time. I might be doing more grow stuff, but it's a matter of having time. At least I have a lot of ideas right now. Just need to be able to get it together a little bit more. Speaking of which, I'm hoping to wake up early tomorrow and start having a little bit more structure in my day and wake up early and restart my diet, restart my all that good stuff. So here's to getting shit, all the ducks in a row, right? But hopefully next Friday, I'm gonna start hopefully streaming on Fridays. Want to shoot a video a week, but have I ever kept up with any of that stuff? Fuck no. Uh, but the key is I actually have been keeping up with being all the stuff in life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean? I've been making a lot of cool stuff, but unfortunately, this last month's bit me in the ass, so it's not the best time to be talking about that. But for the most part, I've been able to do a bunch of gross stuff and shit that I love to do. So hopefully that keeps relatively progressing as it has been. But yeah, and then legal and other troubles. Hopefully, all that's going to go very well because that's a whole nother stack of shit that I got to deal with and have been dealing with. And again, hopefully, all goes well. Everything goes good. That would really help me in doing more of this show for you lovely people because I have a lot of cool stuff I'd like to do. And what was it, Rumble or some shit that fucking Billy Bong said? I have to check that shit out. Tyler, you have a great night. I subscribe to your channel. I will watch your videos. I will like them. I will comment uh, in time. I'm a busy man. We're all busy. But I should be back on. I should be streaming. And yeah, if I have to, I'll keep doing it in here. I love this place. It looks cool. It's not like it's not a cool. It kind of looks like a streamer's room with all the lights and shit like that. I made this room to be very comfortable for my potential clients of any type of um, recording sessions that need to take place in said area. But It also works for streaming. I don't have to put up anything in the background because it already looks cool. But I wanted to have anybody who knows my old streaming place used to have a lot of pot stuff everywhere, and I have all that stuff still. I just need to put it up on the walls. But yeah. All right. Have a great night. Have a good evening. We will hopefully shoot for next Friday. I used to do Saturdays, but Saturdays are now my band practice, so not a good day. All right. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you soon. Uh, yeah, be safe. Take care. Keep it keepy. Take it easy.